Hey and welcome back to my channel, and this is part 2 of Cricut for Beginners, and today we are going to look at how to upload your own files to Cricut Design Space. So we're going to look at 3 different types of files: your PNG files, SVG and printable files. What we're also going to look at is how to save your own work. So this only relates to your own work. So if you've uploaded, so for example, I drew all of these elements. If you've drawn and uploaded all of your own elements and you've made or created something, then you can't save it out of Cricut. It doesn't allow you to do it as a program. So this is what I do to save my files. So it's not a groundbreaking thing, and when you see it you'll think, why didn't I think of that myself? Maybe you already have, but it's just what I do. And this whole series is me sharing my tips and hacks of what I do when I design, and I'm going to show you everything. I'm leaving nothing uncovered. I'm not going to keep any secrets back, because from here on out I just want to share in all of these videos how you can design, how you can create yourself and do what I do. Okay, so let's get started. And here we are in Cricut Design Space. So we're going to start by starting a new project. So to upload, you click upload on the bottom left hand corner and then click upload again, and then it will take you to your desktop and you can choose a file or downloads or wherever your files are. So I'm going to start by uploading a PNG. I'm going to choose letter A of my space alphabet, click continue. So PNGs, you've got a few options. So I'm going to click apply and continue. I've already taken the back off of this so that that's not there. If it didn't have a back on it, or if it did have a back on, it had a white background, you can pay Cricut Access to instantly remove it, or there's other ways around that which I will show you in a minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to click now apply and continue, and it gives you 3 options. So you've got multiple layers, I'll show you that after, but that's a paid option. You've got a single layer or graphic. So click single layer and then click upload, and it's a large file because I've made these larger so that they can be used for all sorts, but there it is. You can just drag it in the corner, and that's how you drag it smaller. So if a file's big, just drag it and that will resize it. And there it is in Design Space. So that's your PNG. So now we're going to do this again, but we're going to go back and we're going to upload an SVG so you can see the difference. So with an SVG, you will just continue and it will just upload it straight to Design Space. So there it is again. It's all labelled. It doesn't give you any options to take the back off because it shouldn't have a back, and there it is straight in Design Space. And there it is. When you resize it, it looks the same. The only difference is, if you can see, you've got a drop down arrow. You just need to weld that to make it one flat layer so it all cuts together. But that's your SVG. So now we're going to upload a printable layer, and these are quite different, and you can actually do quite a bit with this. So I'm going to open this PNG. This is a file that I drew and designed myself, and I'm going to upload it to Design Space. So it comes up as PNG. Again, there's no back on it. There is this option that if you pay for to make it into multiple layers. I'm just going to show you this quick. It's in beta. Again, you've got to pay for it. Or you've got your single layer and then you've got a flat graphic. So that's what your print and cut would be. But we're just going to have a look at this and convert layers just to see what it does. And you can choose how many layers you've got. So I think I chose, I don't know, I think it was 7 or 8. Let's have a look. So you click on your layers, choose them. I think I went, yeah, right down there. And then it can split it up into layers and separate it into layers. I suppose if you want to cut that in separate layers, it might be useful, but there is a way around that, which I will show you after. But that's, you can see in the top, it's broken down all of those layers. But as I say, I'll show you another way to do that after. So we're going to go back and upload this as a PNG printable. And when you get your options, you're going to upload it as a flat graphic. And there you go. So you can choose that, and that will upload as a print and cut file. And you can see in the top where you see actions, above your A's, that's where you've got print and cut, and that is a print and cut image. But what if you've designed this letter A and you've decided you want to save it, and there is no way in Cricut Design Space to save that? What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I do it. So it's no groundbreaking thing, but what I'm going to do is on my Mac, I'm going to screenshot that area. So I'm going to screenshot that A. The reason I do this is because sometimes when I'm halfway through an alphabet or when I used to design in Cricut, it used to crash. So this is a way of saving your files, and they're all my files, they're my drawings, it's my copyright, so it's okay. But then I can do that, and if it crashes, I've got the whole alphabet. So I do that every time I design a layer or a file. So to upload it, it's really quite simple. Now I actually convert these into PNG and SVG so that you can download them for free. But if you was doing this for yourself, then all you need to do is follow this. So you've screenshot it, you're now going to go and upload a file, go onto your desktop because that's more than likely where it's saved. And there it is. So upload your image, and when it comes into this bar, you can see that actually you've got the white background now. So you've got your different options there. You've got the eraser, I don't really like that, and you've got your little arrow tool there. So you can just click on areas, you can zoom in and out, and you click on those areas, and then when you click, it removes the background. So this is your work, it is totally fine to do this. It's just not okay when it's copyright and somebody else has designed and spent hours designing it. But this is for stuff that you personally design yourself. So the great thing is that you can actually scroll in. If you use the arrows at the bottom, you can scroll in and just make sure that you haven't missed anything, because if you miss anything, then that will be solid when you upload it to Design Space. So you can see there that I'm just going to scroll in and see if there's any areas I've missed. If you click on the outline, it will erase it, but if you go to the top, those little arrows, you can go back. So don't panic. And I'm just scrolling around and making sure that I've got every little bit, and I think I have. So now I can click apply and continue, and that will then take me to the next stage. So I'm just going to make it smaller so I can see it, and I want this to be a single layer. So if I did it as a flat graphic, that would be print and cut. It's come out grey there, you can see, but when you click continue, it will come in as a black layer just like the rest. So it's exactly the same as the SVG and PNG I've uploaded. All you've done is you've screenshot it to save it and taken the back off. So I'm going to show you with this coloured file that you've also got options to take layers or areas out on this too. So go back and find your file and upload it. So I've screenshot this one, I think. And here you go. So you can just take the back off like that, but I'm also going to take colours out of it. And you can do this really easy with printable files. If you find something, or if you design something printable and you think, right, okay, well, I really wish I'd have created an SVG version of that, which is, I completely drew all of this. Then you can just go in and you can take all of the coloured layers out. So I'm going to leave the white layer, scroll in, and I can take certain areas out. So as I work round, I'm going to take all the bits of the deck chair out. I might take the yellow bit and put the sky back in yet, we'll see. And as we get further into this weekly tutorial session, I will show you how to create multiple layered files, but this is how you would start off. So here it is. I'm going to remove all of these elements. And then when you apply and continue, you're not going to save it as a print and cut. And this is the beauty of what you can do actually without paying for extra. So there it is. I'm going to save that as a cut file, as a flat layer, and that is completely different. So you can see there now that I would be able to cut that out. I would be able to create multiple layers, multiple colours, and it really is that easy. So we've got 4 different ways of uploading files. So we've got pre-prepared SVG PNGs. I've screenshot and uploaded my own printable colouring files, and there you go. So that is a colour file that I've removed elements out, so that that will make that a PNG file or a cut file, because it doesn't matter. Once it's in, you can do whatever you want with it. And those are the principles of uploading to Cricut Design Space. So as long as they're your own designs, you can screenshot them and re-upload them, and how to upload SVG, PNG and printable files. Okay, so I hope you found that useful, and as I say, all really easy things. It's the basics, but I think sometimes when working with a program like this, understanding the basics is a fundamental thing to be able to design easily by yourself. And sometimes it's the obvious that we don't think about, isn't it? I've been working with this program as it in its evolving form for, I think it's 8 years now. It's only the last year I've stopped designing in it because I wanted to create my files bigger, and so and for various reasons. Anyway, you can but you can design and do everything in this software if you know how. Keep coming back every week. As I say, I am teaching you everything. I'm going to teach you how to create your base letters and base fonts really easily with free fonts from your computer. I'm going to teach you how to design the files, how to make the layers, how to everything that's on my website. I am going to teach you. Please do come back next week, and I'm going to show you some quick and easy tips on how to make most objects out of shapes. And this is how I started in the beginning of with my design, is that I just used the shapes because I didn't want to use other people's files. I wanted everything to be my own design, and before I started drawing everything, I started with shapes and just cutting things out and cutting areas out to make objects. So that's what we're going to be doing next week. I'll see you then, and happy crafting.